Hey there, question for you. Have you ever been watching a TV show or a movie and all of a sudden you aren't quite sure what's going on? You might have missed a clue, or maybe you're unfamiliar with a character that suddenly appeared on the scene and they seem important, but you don't know who they are. If you're by yourself and you have the ability to rewind, you might do that to figure out what did you miss. Or you might do a quick online search for the answer, though that can be dangerous because there's spoilers everywhere. But if there's someone watching with you, you might be able to ask them. And sometimes you're going to find out that they're just as confused as you are. And from there, you can work to figure things out together. Other times, though, they might be able to help you out. Now, don't get me wrong, you might get shushed at first, especially if you can't pause or rewind whatever you're watching. But that person can potentially give you that little bit of insight that you need to figure out what's going on so you can get your bearings and continue watching. For me, I do this a lot with sports, football in particular. My husband is a big football fan. I pull up the schedule at the start of every season and map out when the games are going to be so that we can plan around them. I can remember us asking our pastor to schedule the date for one of our baby's christenings months in advance while I was still pregnant because we knew that there was a particular Sunday afternoon when his team wasn't playing that we wanted that christening to be. But I digress. I bring this up because football is important to my husband, and my husband is important to me. I like to watch it with him sometimes, or sometimes I just can't help it. I'm around him while he's watching, and I hear him getting upset at a play or a call that's just happened, and a lot of times I don't understand what he's so upset about. I get the fundamentals. We're running a ball to an end zone. We've got 4 downs. We're kicking for extra points, etc. But it's the technical things, the little things that get right by me. So I wind up asking questions. Provided it's a good time, those with passionate football fans in your life know sometimes you just remain uninformed. But I want to understand more about the game so that I can be a part of something that matters a lot to a person I love. So where am I going with this, right? Well, the thing that I am most passionate about is God and everything that points back to Him. I enjoy going to Mass, praying the Rosary, helping out in church ministries, and reading the Bible, going on retreats. Things that a lot of people roll their eyes at or have no interest in. They change the subject, or worst case, I get attacked for being holier than thou. Now, I want to be clear right up front that I am a sinner working to become a saint. I have no false pretenses about already being one. I overthink things like crazy. Look, this is a sticker that my daughter gave me to put on my phone because she thought it was so fitting. I'm constantly questioning my motives. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not being disrespectful to people who don't think like I do or aren't in the same place than I am. I've realized that I am countercultural in a lot of ways, but I am convinced that my beliefs are sound and that God is good, gracious, and merciful. So with all that out of the way, I want to get back to the whole not knowing what's going on part. After giving it a lot of thought, it seems that one of the reasons that people respond the way they do when it comes to those things that I love so much is because they don't necessarily understand why I'm doing what I'm doing and how it matters. Pretty much anyone who's ever engaged me in conversations about my faith, my beliefs, or the things I do related to them will tell you that I can get very excited at the opportunity to share more about them. I love it when people ask me questions. I enjoy being able to share information about the Catholic faith, and even more so when I can clarify misconceptions that people might have. I have had great conversations with all kinds of people. We've talked about the differences in the number of books in the Bible, how the Catholic Bible includes more books than the Protestant Bible, and what those missing books include. I've had people ask me to teach them how to pray the Rosary. I've had people ask why can't people receive communion when they come to a Catholic church if they're from another Christian denomination or a completely different faith. I've had so many wonderful and interesting conversations. And it goes both ways. I enjoy learning about what other people are passionate about and why. I feel incredibly fortunate to be able to give insights to people who seek understanding. And I'm sure that there are many others who would do the same. Some of the questions I've been asked, I wasn't sure what the answer was myself. So it became an opportunity to figure out together. Or at a minimum, it gave me something new to look into so that I'd be better equipped the next time someone might ask me about that. There are so many great resources available these days where you can find information and answers. There are online videos, there's websites and podcasts and books. But just as useful, if not more so, are the human resources. The people in our lives who can help us answer questions or get our bearings so that we can understand what is going on. So as a parting thought, my humble recommendation, I encourage you to ask questions and keep asking them. Do it with an open heart and mind. Find people you trust or feel comfortable asking, whether they're seemingly simple questions or really deep and complex ones. If nothing else, you'll gain some new perspective. Maybe you'll get past some of the fundamentals and ultimately discover something new. Thanks so much for your time today. I hope you'll keep asking questions.